Hey everyone, I wanted to show you how to use a customer tracking tool with your Align customer download that you can access in your Ambassador dashboard. The first thing you're going to want to do is use the link in the description below to create a copy of this customer tracking 2024. It will look like this. It's going to ask you to copy the document. You want to do that so that this is your specific 2024 customer tracking. So I'm just gonna call mine Shanae's Tracking 2024. And then I'm gonna go ahead and go log in to my Ambassador dashboard. So here I am, I just clicked dashboard. I'm gonna click orders. I am going to pick a month. Or I can go through every single month and go ahead. I'm just gonna click my export orders. As you can see, this has downloaded everyone's orders and what they ordered. And I'm gonna go plop this into my tracking. All I did was copy columns A through J. Just did copy paste. So you can check and make sure everything lines up. We have address, address to, city, state, zip code, items, and then people's phone numbers here. Okay. Now you can put the other information, but if you just copy just these columns A through J, it's going to drop them in here so that you don't have to make any adjustments. Okay. A couple of things I want to teach you about this tool. First of all, if you push Control F, you can look up Clarify. And it is going to highlight every single order that has ever been clarified, okay? I can find soothe. Both of these orders contain soothe. So that's one way you can always be using your tracking sheet for follow-ups. Now, I put a column here for other. I also put a place here for notes. If you run a VIP group, you can go ahead and mark are Susie, Jeremy, and Lisa in my VIP group. You can put yes or no. And since this sheet belongs to you, you can add whatever columns you would like. You can also delete anything you're not going to use. So the next bit of information for you is if you also want to use this tracking as a follow-up tool. Now these dates are from November. If I'm doing a 2-day, 2-week, and 2-month follow-up schedule, these 3 people are going to need a follow-up when? In January. The month tabs at the bottom of the spreadsheet can be used for follow-ups. You can't see it on the screen, but at the bottom there is January, February, March, etc. This is what you can use to do your follow-ups. Right? So I'm going to go ahead and just drop these names and emails into January. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to drop them here. Okay? I can go grab their phone number as well. Now when I go into January, I'm going to know I need to do follow-ups with these specific people, right? These are all the people who ordered from me in November. And now when I'm in January, I will have exactly what I need to follow up with them. So have I contacted them? Did I follow up? Did I sample? When is my next follow-up date? Let's say that I just talked to Susie and she said, oh, you know what? Reach out to me in February. I'm going to go ahead and copy and move this to February. Now, you can put dates in here, right? So let's say that I want to do all of my follow-ups at the beginning of the month on 1/1. If Susie says follow up with me, let's say that Susie said follow up with me in 2 weeks. I'm going to go down here around maybe the 17th and I'm going to drop Susie in again. Now, what happens if I have a whole bunch of stuff that needs to go in between here, right? There's not exactly the right amount of columns here. If you just right click on any row over here, see how I selected 15? I can put a row above, I can put a row below. See how that works? Any of these titles can be changed or adjusted. Okay, Susie, she needs to be contacted 1/17. Or let's say she said February, I can click the February tab and then just take her information and drop it in February. You can put if they ordered yes or no, and then other notes as well. I also included, you can obviously delete this column if you would like, but one thing that I always did when I was being really good about my follow-ups is I would also put a reminder in my phone. So I would go ahead and just, the way I do it is just say, hey Siri, remind me to check on Susie January 17th at 10 a.m.
Okay, I added check on Susie for January 17th, 2024, 10 a.m.
There you go. So now my reminder is scheduled. As a final note, I would not be taking good care of you if I didn't show you how you can always find this. Just go to google.com. You can go ahead and click Sheets or Drive, whichever you'd like, and just search for whatever you named your customer tracking sheet. So this is just one way, one thing that you can do to create your database as you go along and also to schedule follow-ups. I hope this helps.